What's up, ghouls? My name is Isabo. Think of Sabo from One Piece, but then with an I at the front. And welcome back. Today I'm going to be setting up August in my bullet journal. July went by so fast, I blinked, and now we're a few days away from August. So for this month's theme, I chose the color pink because I've just been so obsessed with pink lately. And also, since I've been enjoying incorporating these anime characters into my spreads, I figured since we're going for pink, I picked out all my favorite pink-haired anime characters and used them for this month's spread. So yeah, I hope you enjoy, and I will pass you on to the voiceover now.
Before I start talking you ghouls through the setup, I want to say that most of my stationery is from AliExpress or Shein. I'm also using the Crayola Supertips and the Sakura Pigma Micron pens in various sizes. And for the anime characters, I just printed them out on label paper and cut them out. For this cover page, I teared up some brown packaging paper, scrunched them up and stuck it down on the page with glue. I had some really cool pink themed stickers I got from Shein, so I picked out the ones I liked and rearranged them on the page. Then I chose some of my favorite pink-haired characters as well. On this page, I chose to have Vanessa from Black Clover, Shirahoshi and Reiju from One Piece, and lastly, Cherry from Skate the Infinity. Since we have some time to kill, I am once again going full otaku mode and preach these characters to the high heaven. I'll talk about Vanessa later in this video because I have another spread I put her in, so for now, I'm going to be talking about Shirahoshi, Reiju, both from One Piece, and Cherry from Skate the Infinity. Shirahoshi is the mermaid I put in the center of the cover page. Shirahoshi is huge, the biggest mermaid in Fishman Island, which is where she comes from and the arc plays off in. She's also a huge crybaby, which I can relate to, and her relationship with Luffy, the main character of One Piece, is truly wholesome, and I can't wait for the day they meet again. Then we have Reiju, who's also from One Piece, and you can see her in the upper right corner being absolutely stunning. She is the sister of Sanji, who is the cook in the Straw Hat Pirates, and her family is somewhat of a legend. Apparently, there are comics made of their family, so while they are extremely notorious, no one actually knows if they're real. Spoiler alert, they are. So back to Reiju. While the weakest out of her brothers, she is still extremely strong. I really love her bond with Sanji. It's so pure, and she's very much the big sister who loves you, but also will kick your ass. The last one I want to gush over is Cherry from Skate, who is a character I stuck down on the left page, down under. His real name is Kaoru Sakurayoshiki. He is a well-known calligraphy artist during the day, and at night, he is among the top underground skaters going by the name Cherry. He comes off as very cold, very aloof, and is extremely smart and a huge tech geek. But despite how he comes across, he is very caring, loyal, and someone who is ready to help you out whenever you need it. Back to the spread. As you can see, I added in some more washi tape, stuck down some really cute bunny stickers, and lastly, I wrote in August with a black brush pen and added in some accents with a red pen. The next spread is my monthly overview. I already sketched out where I wanted everything to go, so that's what you see here. For this page and the next few, I really wanted to create some Dutch doors for no other reason than I just felt like cutting up my pages. Since I'm learning Japanese, I want to try to incorporate as much as I can in everything I do while I'm learning. So instead of writing down the English words for the weekdays, I used kanji. The goal is to eventually write everything in Japanese in my bullet journal, but for now it's just the baby steps, and I think it's really cool that I can already add the weekdays to my vault of knowledge. My stroke order for writing these is dead wrong because I've only watched someone write them on TikTok like twice, and I know it's dead wrong because I learned how to do the first kanji I'm writing properly, and I wouldn't write it that way now. What I've learned in class is that each day of the weekdays starts with an element. Monday starts with the kanji for moon, Tuesday starts with the kanji for fire, Wednesday starts with water, Thursday starts with wood, Friday starts with gold, Saturday starts with earth, and Sunday starts with sun. I use the Crayola Supertips to draw in the bar while I will add in the dates in each of the boxes, and I used them to draw a circle over the days of the week. I used some washi tape to decorate around the edges, and I used this really cool flower washi tape I got from a hobby store and I'm completely obsessed with. I cut out this really cute picture of Momoi Satsuki from Kuroko no Basket, one of my favorite animes of all time. She is literally in my list of fictional dream women, and I really loved her in the anime. I think she kind of started out as, you know, the typical girl that enters an anime, you're like, oh, I'm gonna hate her. But she turns out to be really lovely, and she has like really OP observational skills, which she uses to her basketball team's advantage. And I love her relationship with Aomine. I ship them together. I know she has like the biggest crush on Kuroko, but like her and Aomine are like the heterosexual ship for me. On this page, I am creating my 1 line a day spread. I've mentioned this in another video, but I'm very forgetful and I don't really have a sense of time. So by doing this, I'm able to remember and look back on what happened each day of the month. Even if it's just as small as, today I was waiting for a package to come in. It really helps, and I love how this looks at the end of each month. I wrote down the dates vertically and then wrote down the first kanji of the days of the week. I figured that writing in yobi that small would be really tedious, so that's why I did it like this. I stuck down the lovely Miss Vanessa from Black Clover at the edge of the page. She is such a great character. I love her so much. I love her backstory, her development in the anime, and I think that for a female side character in a fucking shonen, she is so well written and extremely likable. She is the big sister of the Black Bulls. She's a ride or die, and I love her so much for it. And she also gives me very big Robin of One Piece vibes, and Robin is one of my favorite characters in One Piece. On to the next spread, which is my August budget overview. The name says it all. I'm tracking how much money comes in, how much money goes to my fixed bills, and how much I'm spending throughout the month. Doing this each month has helped me to be less afraid of looking at my finances, which I used to hate looking at. It used to make me incredibly anxious, and I had this bad habit of bullying myself into believing I had less than I actually do. But yeah, for this spread's character, I chose Tonton from Naruto. I thought it was very fitting to put Tonton here, since her owner is a notorious gambler and always does the most reckless shit when it comes to money. And next to that, Tonton looks hella fancy with her pearl necklace. The page next to this one I turned into a monthly task overview. I'll be compiling here all of the tasks I want to do this month, but I don't have a set date for. The character I use for this page is Gilsanda from Seven Deadly Sins. Gilsanda is a side character who is a holy knight. He's a real sweetheart and is also really strong. Sometimes he's a little bit bland for me, but you know what, that's okay. we love him regardless of it. I also used another sticker of Momoe because look at this cutie. How can you not? The last spread I will be doing for this setup is the first week of August. I used the left page as a spot to write down all my weekly to-dos. Now that I'm looking at it, it's also probably a good place to put in my habit tracker. I didn't do that in this video. I think I still had not decided on using one this week, or I forgot. I probably forgot. Anyways, now that I remember, I'm going to be using that space to track my daily habits. I also collaged some stickers together on top of the page with some washi tape and used some really pretty pictures of Chetty from Skate the Infinity. He's so pretty. And also another one of Giltanda. Then at the bottom of the page, I found this really dope picture of Euphemia and Lelouch from Code Geass, one of my top 3 favorite animes of all time. I don't know if this fan art or official art, but it was so cool I had to use it. Euphemia and Lelouch are siblings. They have the same father, but different mothers. And if you watch Code Geass, like their storyline is, oh, let me not. I will actually tear up. And of course, no pink-haired character theme would be complete without this woman, formerly Haruno, now Uchiha Sakura. The older I get, the more I appreciate her, and I now understand that Sakura is a prime example of mangakas unable to write their female characters to their fullest potential due to their misogyny. I think out of the whole Naruto-verse, Tsunade was the only and best well-written female character, and that doesn't really say a lot. And it's also very sad because Naruto has a lot of female characters that have so much potential, but are written like shit. Anyways, tangent. I used the right side of the page for all my daily to-dos and decorated the page with some more washi and stickers. Again, all the weekdays are written in kanji. And that's a wrap. Now on to the very questionable close-ups for each of these spreads.
Alright ghouls, that was my bullet journal setup for August. If you made it through all my otaku rants, please leave a cherry blossom in the comments down below so that I know that you've watched the whole video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think and also what your theme for August is going to be. I'm very curious. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to spend time with this mug. And I hope you are well wherever you are. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, ghouls.